All right, Sooner fans, I told you I'm going to keep you abreast at what's going on in the transfer portal as well as recruiting. And here's our first one for the Sooners themselves. As it looks like wide receiver Theo Wease will be hitting the portal as a graduate transfer. Let's talk about all of that and everything. Actually, right now, we'll do no intro. So thank you all for tuning in here to Unfair Sports. While you're here, if you're new to the channel, please hit the like button as well as subscribe and the bell notification. That way you can get this constant content that I'm putting out around recruiting as well as OU football, college football, and sports in general. We're going to really expand heavily into recruiting, so you'll see it for a lot of schools over the next few weeks. I'm traveling, as you can see. I'm in a hotel room, but I wanted to get you guys this information that I saw come down the line from 24/7 Sports. And in the article, it says that Theo Wease is going to enter the portal. Theo Wease, of course, former five-star 2019 class. He was part of that trio of receivers that we brought in from Jaden Hazelwood as well as Trajan Bridges. And it looks like out of the three now, he is the final piece of that three-headed monster that is now no longer with the team. And so it's expected that he's going to enter the portal. He's probably going to transfer. Not sure where. Nothing's been said, but there is a chance that I've heard in some rumors that he could come back to Oklahoma, but he wants to, test the waters and see what's out there available to him. And I commend him for that. It does suck that you see a player hit the portal, and I want y'all to understand this. This is not going to be the first player. We're going to have a few Sooners that will hit the portal, just like every other school in the nation. The transfer portal has become a big deal, and a lot of players are taking advantage of this, in which I commend. Go see what other options you have, what chances you may have. If you don't feel happy or feel like you're being leveraged properly, go see what's out there. And that's what Theo Wease is going to do. And so with him, he'll have 1 year of eligibility unless he decides to apply for a medical hardship waiver because he missed that entire season in 2021 with that injury. He played in one game but did not record any statistics. So outside of that, it looks like we're going to lose Theo Wease. He is an Allen, Texas native. I'm pulling this really from the article itself. 64 receptions, 1,044 yards in his career with 10 touchdowns. And, of course, the last couple of games, he's been looking monstrous, and it looks like he was starting to go on the uptick. But for him, that's not a reason for us to be upset or be bothered, because if you really look down at the OU depth chart, you see we've got a lot of really good receivers that will be potentially replacing him. I'm hoping that we, of course, hang on to Jalil Farouk, which I expect. We won't have Marvin Mims next year. He's going to go pro. He should. Now, it would be great for him to come back for a senior campaign, but I see Mims being a day two wide receiver guaranteed, potentially sneak into day one just because of his speed and abilities. The guys in the NFL know OU wide receivers. We've seen a lot of them with the speed and the catching ability move up in the draft, and there's a good chance that Mims could do the same, even with only 1,000 yards this year. He had 1,000 yards. That's all that matters. And so there's a good chance that he will be gone. But, we'll have Jalil Farouk, which I'm hoping, of course, sticks around. He's going to be a critical one. But we also got these freshmen. You've got Jaden Gibson to go along with Nick Anderson. We've got some players that looks like they're going to be able to step up and take over, like LV Bunkley Shelton. He's also another one that I think is going to see a lot of games. We started seeing him at the end of the season. And so my concern about Theo Wease leaving is not really that high. Plus, we'll have other receivers coming in our classes as well as the transfer portal. It's going to be a lot more receivers that we can go snatch up. DJ Graham is also over there on the wide receiver side that we haven't got to see yet. And I think that he'll be ready to go starting next season. And so it hurts to lose a great player like this. You definitely want to keep them as many great players as possible. But at the same time, Theo has been here for the last 4 years. And unfortunately, it has not worked out the way that we both would have hoped. While at the same time, he still gave us some great flashes and some great highlights, just like the picture that I have on my morning after recap of him making that catch behind dude's back. It's fantastic. The dude's an athlete. I wish him nothing but the best. So Sooner fans, go to social media, hop in the comments here, wish him well. Do not be that fan. Don't be that terrible person. Let him know we appreciate the time that we had with him, and hopefully, he does some great things elsewhere, or hopefully he comes back. So you can always let him know, like, hey, we'd love to have you back, but if you decide to go elsewhere, good luck, my man. And we hope to see you do big things in the future. But for us, as Sooner fans, what we're looking at right now on here, from Trayvon West to, let's see, you got J.J. Hester, who's also here, 6'4", 200-pound wide receiver, who's a redshirt sophomore. He should probably get a lot more PT coming up. And then, of course, like I said, Nick Anderson will probably see some game on top of Farouk and Jaden Gibson, which Gibson is the one I'm the most excited about. 6'5", 195, burner. He's fast. We just got to get him to catch those passes that's thrown to him, which he will. He's growing. All these players are growing and getting better. So don't be worried. Don't be upset. Don't be bothered. You're going to see more players hit the transfer portal, especially older ones as grad transfers to have an opportunity to play somewhere else just to see if the grass is greener on the other side because they've spent so much time here. So with that, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for checking out the update. You'll have more of these throughout the week. Like I said, I'm traveling, so some of this stuff may be a little bit delayed, but at the same time, I'm going to try to get you as much as I possibly can. Hit the like and subscribe button as well as the bell notification. If you're new, join the family. We are trying to hit 3,000 by the end of the year, so help me out and share because sharing is caring. And with that, we will chop it up with you guys probably in about a day and some change. All right? Have a good week. Peace. Thanks for checking us out. Please hit us up on YouTube as well as wherever podcasts are downloaded and listened to. Search Unfair Sports.